Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. You always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause of sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some good, some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Hi, Bullhorn Betty. Thank you for my shirt. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Kids Club.
So I was at the Alec Murdaugh motion for new trial hearing. Becky Hill was accused of putting her hands on the scales of justice to convict Alec Murdaugh. So we now know, according to Judge Toll, that Alec Murdaugh will not be receiving a new trial. I had an opportunity to ask questions to the very attorneys that were arguing this matter, including speaking to the co-author to Becky Hill's book, Behind the Doors of Justice.
Next step, aside from appealing to the state Supreme or to the appellate court.
Judge Toll found Becky Hill to be a liar. Okay, that's number one. We met our factual burden. Becky Hill not credible. The judge found, in fact, that the statements were made to the jurors. She just found that we couldn't show prejudice.
I have to be honest with you, I didn't really believe the whole story with Becky Hill until today's testimony, and I have to tell you, it did sway me quite a bit, you know, because I didn't believe it. Explain to us how you found out this information.
I'm glad you're being honest today. No, I mean, when we found out the information about you talking to the jurors, you heard the alternate testify today, and honestly, that was really the first one-on-one interview that we were able to get. We had gotten some indications from lawyers who represented some other jurors that, you know, we needed to go down this road, and when we finally met with her as she's cooking Sunday dinner in her home down a dirt road, she told us things that were jaw-dropping, and so that's how we found out.
And we rode down a lot of dirt roads.
So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about all this? I was there personally, and I saw Becky Hill lie to a judge. While she didn't rise to the level of tampering with the jury, I can definitely say her conduct was unbecoming of a court clerk. A Kingsport mother is still missing. Leila Santinello has been missing since June 27, 2023. Witnesses state that she ran from the AmeriCorps Hotel the day before. My friend Chronicles of Olivia and I, we have been here several times searching for Leila Santinello, which bring us to places like this abandoned golf course facility. Many places like this exist across Kingsport, Tennessee, making it very difficult to find where Leila's whereabouts could be. It's places like this that keep us concerned. Where could Leila Santinello be? Is she out there somewhere? The details Chronicles of Olivia and I have found out are highly disturbing, and I can tell you, based on the information we've heard and learned, someone knows something. Where is Leila Santinello? Will anyone come forward? Will anybody be willing to tell the truth? Will anyone stand up and help the Santinello family? After running several stories about Leila Santinello, several people came forward. One of the last places Leila was seen was in this field, coming out of the woods. We have searched everywhere. We have posted flyers all over Kingsport, Tennessee, seeking answers in the disappearance of Leila Santinello. We're asking anybody with any information to please come forward. We're doing our part to search for Leila Santinello. We need the community's help. We're asking anybody and everyone, please come forward if you have any information about Leila Santinello or the people she was with the afternoon of June 27th. We are doing our part. Are you willing to do yours? Summer Wells went missing on June 15th, 2021. She disappeared from her home at 110 Ben Hill Road in Hawkins County. On her 2-year milestone, we placed this banner on the side of the road. Since she went missing, she hasn't been heard or seen from again. While I was visiting the area, I saw Don Wells working on his truck and asked him if he'd come down and speak to me, which he did. Don Wells and I had a conversation about his daughter Summer Wells and information related to her disappearance. Don Wells maintains that somebody came on the property and took his daughter away. He still believes after all this time she has been abducted. His family came under heavy scrutiny, but they've maintained their innocence. One thing Don Wells told me is that they have no new leads into anybody that could have been responsible or is responsible for the disappearance of his daughter Summer Wells. Many people across this country want to know what happened to Summer Wells. Where is Summer? If you have any information related to the disappearance of Summer Wells, you are asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty. So we are on the search for Summer Wells. So the reason why we're here, guys, is because I believe a local person saw the mother of Summer Wells in this area right after Summer went missing.
What did you see?
So I just look in this barrel and I see a kid's stuffed animal. Coming out this alley, this road where we did hear some rumors that Candus was seen off a Light Hollow Road here in the Beach Creek area. So we decided to come out here and just look at what possibilities there are.
I'm gonna try. If it doesn't break.
I'm spotting you right now.
Okay.
I just wanted to see what was up here. I wonder how old this is. Say hi! So we're just gonna go. I'm not getting out of bed today. You guys can just, I don't know. You just ain't getting me out of bed today. We are in office 2. It is done. It is a sealed deal this morning. Dealed. Where's my hug dealer? Gigi for life. It's nice to see you. I see you. Thank you for the information. This show here is about Summer Wells. The other 2 videos is because this was part of the tour. It was Alec Murdaugh, Leila Santinello, and Summer Wells. We got footage for Leila Santinello, drone footage for Leila Santinello, which we will be doing a special on her tomorrow. And we've got drone footage that we're going to preview here for Summer Wells. This is for, what was it? Hello, what did I say? Lord have mercy. My brain literally just went blank. This is my first real cup of coffee today. And as you can see, you can still see the coffee at the rim. So I am Light Hallow. There we go. Light Hallow Road. And we went out there. This was a place that we heard about. Apparently, I looked for a Light Hallow Road. I didn't drive on this one. I was on the other side of the mountain one time. And I can't remember where I was, but this wasn't the area I went to. And I remember specifically looking for Light Hallow. But we went to this area. This area is very close in proximity to the Wells home. Very easy to get to in a short amount of time. It is full of trees and abandoned houses. It's got a lot of windy roads and not a lot of people. I saw 2 people. We were out there for a good couple hours, 3 hours, something like that, and saw 2 people. I did speak to them briefly. If many that don't know who this is, Summer Wells is a missing 5-year-old girl. She is about to have her 8-year birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is Summer Wells' birthday. It is very heartbreaking that I'm standing here before you and she is still missing and nobody has been held accountable for her disappearance. It is heartbreaking to me. So thank you. And look at that. Looky. We got a new member. I don't know if you want to be over here. We're on the wrong side of the tracks, lady. Okay? We're on the wrong side of the tracks over here. Stop. I am Team Summer. Good morning, Love Bug. It's nice to see you. Bullhorn Betty is present. We got Bayou Babe with Turtle Madness lingering behind. Christine, it's nice to see you. Good morning, love. Good morning. Who else do we have? We got Lady 7 Up in the house. It's nice to see you. Brown Chicken. Well, good. TGIF to you, Brown Chicken. It's been a little minute. Hugs and kisses. I hope you're doing well. I do. Who else do we have? We have Cynthia in the house. Good morning, Cynthia. Angie, it's nice to see you. Who else? I'm slow today. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Good morning, Allie. It's nice to see you. Gigi, nice to see you as well. Good morning, Stacy. Princess, it's nice to see you in here this morning. I hope you're doing well. Who else do we have? Southern Grammy. Well. How are you doing, Mr. Dolly Vision? I hope you are doing well. You know, I decided I should stop. You didn't see. I was asking, when are you doing some soap sales, man? Like, what's going on here? Bullhorn Betty's going to start stinking really soon, and I'm not trying to smell myself. So when are we having some soaps? Are you making any new flavors? I'm just asking for a few hundred friends. Just asking for a few hundred friends. Let me know. Nice to see you. So without further ado, let me just get through here. Rosemarie, it's nice to see you. Pete, Barbara, it's nice to see you. Connie. Oh, thank you, Lady 7 Up. God bless you. Pink Phoenix, well, it's been a little moment. Nice to see you as well. Little Shawnee, good morning. Good morning. MJ, good morning. Good morning. So I'm not going to spend too much. Bob G, it's nice to see you. Good morning. Did I get an I love you from you? Was that you? Somebody was in my chat saying I love her. I'm just saying. Anyways, we're just going to go over some footage. I got some drone footage. It's pretty interesting. I thought I'd share with you guys. I don't know if you're going to see my cursor on the first one, but I want you to pay attention. There's a clear dog trail, and this thing goes like straight down. It's not really, I don't know. So here it is. Oh, oh, good. I can see. Give me just a second. There we go. You guys can't see my cursor. Good. So there's the house. Let's see if it turns around here. You can't see it just yet. This one. Hold on a second. I thought I had it right on the dog trails, but it didn't. But we have the drone footage for them. I think I got the wrong one here. And then here's Deer Hollow. Let me go ahead and put Deer Hollow up. There's Deer Hollow. All these abandoned buildings. And it wraps around. But there's no, if she's out off of Deer Hollow, there's no telling where she's at. It's huge. And wraps. Is it coming in clear on your side? Because it looks like it's a little shaky on my side. It wraps. And even in the winter, I want you to look at the foliage. Oh, shoot, I took it off. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to pause it. Let me back it up here. I want you guys to look at this foliage, like over to the left of your screen. This is winter. And look how dense that is. And then you look over to the right side of your screen, and it's like bare because all the leaves are off those trees. But that foliage over there on the left-hand side of your screen is very, very, very conducive. You can't see it from land. You got to worry about getting back there. It's really thick, very, very thick. Now, I don't know what it was 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, right? But there's Deer Hollow. And and like I said, there are a significant amount of abandoned buildings. And coming into the intro, that was a few of the abandoned buildings that we searched. We had never been there and we've never searched it. Good morning, PJ. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you. And I have some more footage. I'm going to be putting some videos together for everybody to see of just, we did a lot of searching back there in areas that we had not previously been. And it was because of ICU. When we did the drive around, the first day I got there, we kind of started at the water hole, and then we just kind of drove around until my internet just fell off when we were trying to get back there to Lighthouse Road or Light Hollow Road. I don't know why I keep calling it Lighthouse. And so when I went back there, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. Just the initial view. Now there is a spot, and we didn't quite capture it, but there is a spot that it's a like either a driveway that goes back to a house, or it goes and wraps around the mountain, and it's just a dirt road, and it's not really seen like with the naked eye. I mean, when you drive by it, you don't really pay attention to it. It's just, but you can see that somebody's driving, that they're going back there because you can see the pass. So there's a clear, you can see, but it's not a road. So I'm really skeptical about going wandering too far, right? So we didn't go back there, but it's definitely a place that if we had a few more people, I would definitely want to search, but definitely not wanting to search with the amount of people that we have. We have to have a little bit of a larger group just to make a little bit of bigger presence, so we don't have any issues with locals or whatever. And again, I still have to look at the land records to make sure that that's not private property, and then maybe reach out to the owners. I'm not sure, but these abandoned buildings, there's a lot of nooks and crannies. And in this one place, like you can literally go up under the house. That the house is up, and it's like you only have these little cubbies. But when you get into the little cubbies, you can go up under the house. And there's enough room to, like, I was ducking, but I wasn't like, crawling on my hands. So somebody could get back there and, whatever. So it was, I gotta say, it did raise the hair on the back of my neck. But if it wasn't for ICU, we wouldn't even have went back there. We would never have filmed that. We would have never looked at those abandoned buildings because, again, I didn't even know about that side. Like I said, I remember going on there was another road or something. Maybe it must twist all the way back to like 27 or something, or whatever that road is out there. I don't know. I've got to follow it. But I remember going on a light Hallow road once before, but it came in a different direction. And it was really like more farmland. Like, am I right? Maybe I just put the wrong road, but I remember it wasn't right there by Don and Candus. It was like on the other side, like 15 or 20 minutes away. Maybe not that far away, but it was on the other side that I went through. And when I went to this side, because I was already on, going down like the Beach Creek area, toward the Beach Creek area from Kingsport, and ICU had put it in there, and I knew that I was surprised that I got as far as I did. That hotspot box really did get us a lot further than we've ever been live before in that area. And when we got there, I saw how close it was. Literally 6 minutes away from their home. 6 minutes away from their home. So I don't know, that would be, I mean, their radius, because of where they live, is a much bigger, good morning, Mama Bear, is a much bigger radius because of the ruralness of the area. But this is 6 minutes away. This is like within a 5-mile radius. This would, and many of us believe that she was potentially moved multiple times. We heard that is the behavior, say, of Adam Montgomery. According to Kayla Montgomery, that is what happened. They moved Summer, or they moved Harmony. Sorry, excuse me. They moved Harmony several times, according to the grand jury testimony of Kayla. So, I'm unsure if this is the same situation. Could they, because many of us believe, that the parents either did something nefarious or an accident happened and it scared them and they didn't want to call for help and she just disappeared as a result of it, which I think a lot more people lean to that scenario than the more nefarious, purposeful scenario. And even in that situation, they would have had to quickly act. This would be a great first type of location, where they could just get her out of the general area of their home and move her away and get back home to call law enforcement without being so far out of their way. So I don't know if that's the case, again, if that's the scenario that you believe or that you've thought of, then that could be the situation. Even no matter how you look at it, that could be the situation for both alternatives. Now, this could also, if for those that believe in the alternate theory that law enforcement just doesn't have it and that she was abducted, many know that that children, when they're abducted, the first 3 hours are like the most crucial, because according to statistics, it's usually very quick, not even an hour, and everything's done, and so this would be an alternative location, say, for even that theory. Night Demon says, I don't know if this is true. Let me just put you up on the screen so I can read it a little bit better. I don't know if this is true, but they are saying that they had Summer somewhere when they were searching, and after they searched, they moved her back to their land. And, we kind of heard that too, but I think, and there is, but see, I try to, because I know Don uses a lot of reverse psychology. And it's like, I almost feel, because of his adamance and his resistance to anybody coming on the land, people are focusing that she's there, when in reality, she isn't.
This is something that I thought about. Oh, thank you guys. God bless you. Thank you, ICU. I appreciate it. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. God bless you guys. Thank you. This is one thing that I was thinking about, especially with this theory, this whole, moving second location and everything. We're missing a key detail, I think. No, I don't think we're missing a key detail. I think we're forgetting to link a key detail. I think we know the detail. I just think we're not linking it. We're not linking it. Listen to this. There was only one person and one person only that left that mountain after Summer disappeared. And nobody could figure out why. Remember? Anybody remember who that person is? Out of curiosity? There is only one person that left for an extended period of time for no reason other than just to leave in the middle of her granddaughter's disappearance. And that was Candus. Candus left. Candus went off the mountain. We're forgetting to link the fact that Candus left and went to Wisconsin. Now remember, Candus is also the same person that was around when Rose Bly disappeared. Now, a lot of people think that Rose Bly's husband did it, but we also know that Candus seems to maybe potentially gravitate toward the guys for whatever reason. She's not opposed to messing with her daughter's significant others. I don't know if something happened between her and Dawn. I never heard that. But definitely Jose, right? Remember, they were kind of all fighting over Jose. Mama Bullhorn. Oh, she's right. She frightened me now. Good morning, Mama Bullhorn. Mama Bullhorn is watching, even though she's watching from the bushes. But Candus, we keep. It's like we're so focused on. Now, I don't think she had anything to do with it, but I think she's the roughneck, right? She knows how to get stuff taken care of. She's been around the block a time or two. She's already had to deal with this. But if we believe that that Summer Wells was moved, we haven't been able to find her. What if? As sick and twisted as it sounds, they looked at her and said, somebody's got to get rid of her. We can't leave. You got to go. Tell them you have a doctor's appointment. Sure. Go ahead. So Mama wants to ask a question. I don't ask a lot, but I was wondering, when you pull her background, does it show she's unalive? Look, the others. Did I just see? So I'm confused on that. I know I pulled her stuff when I learned of her, and that was 2 years ago. So I haven't gone back to those notes to remember anything about that. But I know that this is what I remember, as hazy as it is when it comes to Rose Bly. I remember when I was looking into it, it really, really, like, it smelled to high heaven like her ex, the guy she was married to, that divorced her within a few weeks, whatever, blah, 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 of her disappearance. Everything just really, really, really just stinks to high heaven when it comes to him. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just, PTSD almost, right? Because it's usually the people closest to you that do the most disgusting things to you. But I can't remember. Does it show she's unalive? I don't know if she's ever been established deceased, but I think the time has to 10 years. I would think that the time has run where she is now lawfully deemed deceased. But I don't know if they've officially done that yet. I can't remember, and I don't know if they would have done that back then or not. I'm if somebody in the chat knows and can help Mama Bear with that question, throw the answer in there. That's the information I have. I don't know if that answered your question. I just don't know. So, good morning, Dixie, Kentucky girl. It's nice to see you. Marlena, it's nice to see you too. What's strange is Grandis gets mad when people talk about Rose. You'd think she'd be happy people are trying to put her face out there. But see, this is weird, bizarre. I mean, I looked into this and I looked into the possibilities. We looked into the statistics behind, two family members, an aunt and a granddaughter disappearing, or a daughter and a granddaughter disappearing in 10 years, where they both just disappeared without a trace, is just really highly unlikely. And that is a true statement. It is highly unlikely, but it is not unheard of. Okay. It's not unheard of. And, it's off-putting. It's off-putting. But you're right. Like their behaviors when it comes to searching for their missing loved ones is just really odd behavior. It's not conducive of somebody that's really trying to find their child. I mean, if you think about it, Don and Candus never really opened up about what happened that day. You hear the same boilerplate garbage that they've been peddling for the last almost 3 years now, but it's still Swiss cheese. They won't answer the damn questions. And it's frustrating. And then you know what? We're so focused on Don and Candus that we're not even focusing on the behavior of Grandis during this entire time. And Grandis's behavior was quite suspect too. Like, why the hell did you leave? Then your granddaughter is missing, and I'm sorry. Doctor's appointment needs to go by the wayside. I don't think I'm concerned about my knee or any kind of doctor appointment when I have a family member missing. It doesn't even have to be my immediate family member. If anybody in my family is missing, I would be concerned for them. I would be out there trying to help my family find my missing loved one. I wouldn't give a damn about some damn doctor appointment or what have you. It just didn't make sense then, and we kind of brought that to the forefront about how it didn't make sense. But we got away from it because our focus went right back to Candus and Dawn, because that's who we believe may be responsible for her disappearance. But what if Grandis was an accessory after the fact? They needed to get rid of her. They're confident that they're never going to find her. What would make them so confident that they would never find her? What if they went back to Kentucky or Wisconsin and put her somewhere near family there, or some beautiful place that meant something to the family there? Or what if she just... Because we believe that even Stacy and Sarah Wandra moved Michael, or Stacy and Brandon moved Michael. But we see a clear trip shortly after Michael disappeared, where Stacy and Sarah take that trip to Texas to pick up this dog for this person, a $1,400 fare that they went and did. Could they have done something during that travel? It makes you wonder, because again, she's never been found. She's never been found. Research grandma and the new flower bed behind her house after... Oh, that's another thing. Where is it? Hold on. I just saw this. Hold on. On one of the films, and I think it was this one. Was it this one? There's like this real weird red color. Hold on a second. Let me just look through this footage. I don't want to show you until I find it, so I know what I'm looking at. Okay, it's not that footage. But there's like this, I think it's this one going in. Hold on, let me see. See this? I saw it earlier. Where the hell is it? Sorry, guys, I'm looking at the footage. I know you can't see it. There's a reason why I'm not letting you see it. Where is it? There it is, right there. It is this one. It's weird. It's over off this trail, and it's like this flower. Hold on. Let me, is it this one? Let me take this off. Let me remove this. Hold on. Let me take it back down to here. Oh, that's Lighthouse. Never mind. Let me remove this. This is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the one with Dawn. The house. There's something really weird over in the corner. Actually, let me share the screen. Let me pull it up on the screen. I think it's this one right here, because then I can control it a little better. What you guys see. There it is, right there. Look at this, guys. I'm going to show you this. Damn it. There it is. All right, I got it. Sorry, Charlie. But you guys got to see this. So right here, there's something red, like right over here. I don't know if you guys can. Oh, you guys probably can't see it yet. I haven't put it up on the screen. Can you see my screen? Yeah, right over here. There's something red. Let's see if I can blow that up. Won't let me blow it up, will it? Won't let me blow it up for some reason, but it's right there. And you can kind of see it a little bit better right there. It's right here. I don't know what it is, but it's red, and you can see it all the way from up here. Right there. You see that? Might have to put it on your screen right there. And you can see it like a red, something red. There's something here, and it could be something as stupid as a can, you know, like a gas can. Just looking fun, but it just caught my eye when I saw the footage. Hey, cool gamer, Susie Sue, it's nice to see you. Candus, it's nice to see you as well. Oh, Rusty is up in the house. Good morning. I was listening to the live, and now I wish I saved it. Dawn was live with, can't remember. They talked about in the backyard. Candus said, I know where she is, talking about Summer. Well, like I said, I don't know what that is, but it caught my eye, and you can see it from an elevated spot, you know. So I don't know. That really is really all we can. Let me see. Okay, good. We're still doing good on that. Exactly. They do the opposite of what. Yeah, it's just their behavior has been really odd from out the gate. I think we've all noticed it, and people justified it. You know, back then, like people grieve the way they grieve, and da 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 da. Well, now we're 3 years, almost 3 years since the date that she disappeared, and her parents couldn't even remember her birthday when asked. This was back almost 3 years ago. They couldn't remember her birthday. Couldn't remember it. Like, could not remember Summer's birthday. Candus couldn't remember it. Dawn couldn't remember it. None of them could remember it. It makes you wonder how many birthdays she really had. It was sad. But we're here. It's just hard. But they don't do anything like I would expect parents of a missing child to behave or act. And that's what was being justified. They were saying it was because they were having a hard time grieving. Well, now we know that they stopped cooperating with law enforcement, according to Ronnie Lawson back in March of 2022. Now, could that have changed since then? I talked to Dawn not too long ago, and he said he had been cooperating with law enforcement. We haven't heard from law enforcement, so we don't know if that's true or not. We have to take his word for it because we've got no reason not to take his, well, we have every reason in the world not to take his word for it because he's lied so many times, but we have no evidence that he's lying this time. Okay, so there's your disclaimer. Cricket, it's nice to see you. Nani, good morning. Because Rose is an adult, they said she could have run off and started a new life. Exactly, and that's the excuse, but it's harder with Summer Wells, Reggie, good morning. It's nice to see you. According to been verified, Rose isn't listed dead. Her last address was in Wisconsin. Thank you so much. So it doesn't look like she's deceased yet. And nobody's probably pushing for her to be deceased, just like Summer Wells, because I think that there's, I think the family has something to do with this. When things get tough and accidents happen, they think they're going to get in trouble because that's the way they were taught. And you cover up and sweep stuff under the rug and distract. I mean, it's possible, right? It is definitely possible, and it's definitely probable. Garfield, it's nice to see you. Or she says, looking after her brothers, he needed to look after. Okay, Cray style, just saying. It'd be great if Rose saved Summer. Yeah, it would be great. I mean, but it's just like that's wishful thinking. We all wish that would be true, but in the back of our minds, as much as we wish, we all, like for me, I wish that would be true, right? But in the back of my mind, I know it's not, right? I know common sense and logic tell me that that's not possible. That this woman just didn't walk away from her kids and just leave and start a new lifestyle. Nobody's heard from her. Rose has never been seen again. Summer Wells had never been seen again. And there have been calls in for Summer Wells, and they have been corroborated untrue. Like they found the person that they thought was Summer Wells and were able to determine that person was not Summer Wells. Not that they couldn't find the person and that it was unfounded. No, that they actually went out there, found the little girl, and it was not Summer Wells. I think the flower beds are very significant to all this. I'm sorry. They might be, but they didn't say flower beds. Oh, maybe you're talking about the flower beds around the house instead of the planting of the flowers. And I'm like, they doctored that whole planting of the flowers up too, right? Because when you hear, we've all planted flowers. I know I've planted flowers or little cute little stuff with my grandkids, right? You got to keep them busy and occupied, and especially the younger ones. So we've all done, but when you realize that the flowers are actually cactuses, there is no way I would have ever allowed my grandchildren to touch a cactus, because darn well they're going to be screaming and crying because they're going to accidentally get pricked by one or more of the cacti. I don't know. It just doesn't seem, but then again, I would never allow my grandchild or my children, for that matter. I don't have children, but I have grandchildren. Long story. If you don't know my history, go back and learn about Bullhorn Betty, right? I would never allow my grandchildren to swim in that water hole. Period. When we were out there, I was pleasantly surprised of how clear that water was. And then I found it's clear because nobody's in the water. So there's no motorboats, there's no jet skis, there's no that chemical type stuff being in the water. There's no pollutants from gasoline and powered equipment in the water because it's too cold. And also I learned that the cold, I guess, eats or kills the algae because it's too cold to grow. And so it clears up all the water. And so that was the clearest I had ever seen the water. Ever. I have never seen it that clear. And you could see down to the bottom. You could see all the leaves, that kind of gunk. It was just, I'm telling you, when I got in that water during her 1-year milestone, so around the time that she went missing, 2 years previous to that, that water stunk so bad. We had to wash our bodies with wet wipes, those Clorox bleach wet wipes that you use to sanitize stuff. It's not for body. But it was so disgusting and it stunk so bad. And that was what she was swimming in. I would have never. I really wouldn't have. Cadaver dogs would have tracked. Cadaver dogs, I want to make sure that people understand about dogs. Okay. First and foremost, a dog is only as good as its trainer, first and foremost. So if there was, any type of training error or anything like that, there's also environmental changes. We went through all of this during the Summer Wells. We learned a wealth of knowledge about these dogs. I actually, if you go to my main channel, I think, you can just do, search dogs or just put dogs in my channel just to search my channel. And you'll get the live where we discuss the different types of dogs and different things. But also it was a great video explaining some of the limitations and the things that like even just the normal environment, like wind change and how it changes where the scent pattern goes. It was very informative, in my opinion. I mean, I learned a lot studying the dogs and things of that nature, but it was really a good understanding. Kind of boring if you're not really into it, because it's learning, but it's very interesting stuff nonetheless, Wind and Whims, it's nice to have you. Hit Control and plus. Let me try that. Let me put this up here. I think I added this one in. Let me remove this and try it again. Try it a different way. Let me try that way. So let me read what that says. Hit Control plus. Okay, let's see what we got here. Control plus. Nope, won't let me do it. Won't let me do it. Let's see if it'll let me do it in this one. Oh, it let me do it this one. Yes. I can do it. I can do it. Thank you. Let's see what this is. I don't know. It looks weird. Hold on. Let me pull this up on the screen for you guys. Stop screen. Share screen. We're going to share window. Share this window. Okay. Put it up on the screen. I don't know what it is. Let's see if I can. Control plus. So that's about as far as it's going to let me scroll in on it. But it just looks, I don't know what that is. I really don't. But it's right off this trail. It might just be garbage. I mean, I just don't know. I can't see it from the drone footage, but it's definitely something interesting. It's marked. I mean, it's bright. I mean, this drone was up there and it captured this. I don't know what that means. But I'll leave it up there. Sorry. You're going to see my little cursor while I'm scrolling because it's going to show you. But there it is. I don't know. Betty, did anyone go to yesterday's event? What I seen a few people at the church. Pressure needs put on LE. I did not go to the church, but our trip was only until February 2nd anyways. So we were leaving the morning of the 2nd. We had just learned the night before that they were doing this event because I've kind of been out of touch. I haven't been, I do kind of my own thing when it comes to the Summer Wells because of all the crazy that goes along with this case. So I just kind of keep, I wasn't paying attention. And so I didn't realize that. And when we met with Jen, she told us that there was an event for Summer Wells as well as other missing people in the area going to be taking place at the church, and asked if we wanted to go. And we looked at the time and we just, because it's almost a 12-hour drive for me. So it was just like, even yesterday I left at like noon and I got here at the house after midnight. I mean, I was absolutely exhausted and I just came in here and crashed. I was tired. That's why we're coming from office 2 today, because I was just absolutely exhausted last night. But no, I did not go to it. Some people on Dolly's channel said that people were running that on a monetized channel, that it was,
I don't know. I'm hoping. I haven't seen it. I'm just hearing people talk about it. So I'm hoping it was respectful for Summer. That's really what I hope. And I hope her parents actually showed up this time. I don't know. Where did you find that video? I would love to look at it if possible. Oh, this is footage that we just took. This is drone footage that we literally just took yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. We took this drone footage was taken. A gracious person decided, offered drone footage for us, and we took them up on their offer. And so this was just taken February 1st. This is brand new footage. Yeah. And but you see the stuff out here, over here, this could very well just be a pile of trash. This is just, we don't know what it is. I wish I could tell, but it almost looks like a plant, like a flower or something that's, in a weird spot, but pretty. It could be fake, to keep it good, nice all year round. We don't know what it is. But it's just off this part of the drive right here. You can see that obviously this is driven on quite a bit because, you can clearly see it. It looks like a driven path right there. And it goes back. Goes back to about right there. There's another, I wonder how many more of these containers they've got on the property, But when you look at it, it's just noticeable. It's like it catches your eye. When you're passing it, like everything is brown there. And then that little pop of color just catches your eye. What about Sean Williams? He's from Johnson City, Tennessee. Vern Gilbert said that Sean said that Summer was sold. Now, those are all rumors, though. There's nothing corroborating that. We've got, anybody can say really anything, but we've got to have some type of corroboration that goes along with those. I'll look into it, but I've got, there's no way to corroborate it. If it was Johnson City, where would they take them in Johnson? Give me some place to start, like a ground. When I go back there, I hit the pavement. I have no problem talking to people. I have no problem putting a flyer in somebody's face and asking them for information. One thing you don't have to worry about with Bullhorn Betty is bashfulness. Okay, I doubt I'm even anybody thinks I'm bashful. So if we can find a location, let's let me know, and I'll go walk and talk. I'll walk and talk. I'll door knock. I'll do whatever it takes. We need to find Summer Wells. We need to find any information about her. We need to find out where her parents were specifically, if anybody saw her from 4:15 to 6:30. We need to know that is a window I have never have closed in 3 years. We know Candus was on the property, but we don't know when she left. We heard that she that there's footage that she left the property 2 separate times the day after she, or the day that Summer disappeared, before she called law enforcement. We have reports that she left that property twice. And she went public and told the world she left the property like a bat out of hell, but she only said one time. There was a second time she left that property, according to some people. So, but it's never been corroborated by law enforcement. I personally haven't seen the video of her leaving the property once or twice. So I don't know how much water that holds, but I can tell you, I believe law enforcement has at least corroborated one time. When she was giving her statement, she came on YouTube and told basically YouTube what she told law enforcement. And what she told law enforcement was when Summer went missing, she got in her truck and drove off the property like a bat out of hell. I've never in that statement always never resonated quite right with me, because I didn't understand, if you had a child on a property such as this, where it is absolute woods, right? Absolute woods all around the house. I would think she would be driving these paths right here with her truck to see if she is
somewhere along one of these paths, walking or hanging out, before she drives off the property where Summer was last seen and drives like a bat out of hell the furthest away as she can from the property. That has never resonated with me well. It just never resonated with me well. I've never heard, I mean, we even, Tyler with Michael Monkey Vaughn, you know, checked around the house and then went up to the water pad, but came right back. Where did she go? She never told us where she went. She ended with, I drove off the property like a bat out of hell, trying to find her. Well, it's a child. How is driving like a bat out of hell going to help locate her? You would think you would want to slow down and look. Nothing makes sense. None of their statements make sense. When you put their statements into theory and you actually look at the statements and apply them to logic and reality, they don't make sense. It sounds good, right? When it comes out of the mouth. But when you look at everything in totality, it doesn't fit at all. The medium is back on the hill looking for her and she cannot get away from it. Yeah, I know that hill does draw us in. You can feel it. I can tell you, I'm not into, you know, everybody knows me. I don't say I have the spidey senses or, you know, I'm in, but I can tell you, you can feel it. You can feel it. I can tell you the last 2 times I've been there, in all reality, the feelings that I had the first 2 years I went out there is different. I feel like she's gone. Like she's gone, like she's not on that property anymore. I don't feel drawn to that property like I once did, which is a little crazy. But she wouldn't have to hide. But that's the problem. She wouldn't have to hide. Why would she have to hide? She's divorced. Her kids are grown. So, you know, it doesn't make sense. The guy's not looking for her anymore. I don't know. It's weird. The whole situation surrounding Rose, surrounding Summer, all of it. It's just weird. There is no way on earth I would believe she just walked away. I don't feel that in my heart. Sorry. Yeah, no, it's too, no, I don't believe it either. Hey, sweet baby. He mods. Happy Saturday morning. I have my coffee in bed this morning. Oh, casual Christy. Well, here, me and you, babe. We're the duo. We're the bed potato duo, right? Grandma made huge flower bed behind her house after Rose vanished. I wonder if she put concrete under the rose bed before she put it so the weeds wouldn't grow up. That would be even more interesting. Hey, 357, it's nice to see you, love. Mary Jane, good morning. I think Candus got the idea of flowers from Summer liking Jody Sue's flowers. Interesting. But Jody Sue had flowers, not cactuses. What they planted that day were cactuses. I don't know, 5-year-old. Sorry, you guys are seeing my thing, but I'm scrolling up the chat. And even though you see the cursor up here, but I am scrolling up the chat. I actually know of a case where adults went missing and walked away from their lives. As adults, Leo is not required. Oh, we all know that they're not required to tell the family, but they still locate the person. You know, they still locate the person. They've never located her. If you watch the Kelly Siegler, was it missing? No, maybe it wasn't the missing. The one, Yolanda, I don't know. There's one, the first 48 missing or whatever. They still locate the person. They just don't tell the family. They still make sure the person's okay. She's still on the missing person list. If she was located, they would have to remove her from that missing person. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. But she was reported missing. So they still have an active missing, but you could apply the whole Jodi Farias, the whole crap with Jody Nefarious, Farias on, with this as well, where he was missing on the missing persons for 8 years and was live and well. Even after some family members called and said he's been home for a while, they went there and they lied to them. So they kept him on a missing person. I guess, we could apply a theory like that, but it yes, it's possible, but I'm not sure for me, I'm not sure if it holds that much weight. I just don't believe it. It's just the timing. We do this so many times. I know there's going to be one that, because this is such a low, I would think a low statistic. I mean, not this many, 2 people in the same family disappear. But when you go back to Rose, like, she was going out to have a great night that night. She was going out to party with some friends and go out and have a good time. Why, she was with a man that wasn't her husband. And so I don't know. So it's so hard. And this is it, right? Some of us believe that she just walked away and some of us just don't. I'm in a more dark area of society. I live in a more darker area of society than most do, and we see such ugly things go on. And it's hard for me to believe that do moms walk away from their families? You know what? Every day. Every single day. They absolutely do. But they're not on missing person flyers. Rose is. So, we have to give that weight, and I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows? Has so much circumstantial. I believe so, but you know what I don't understand about this whole thing is, law enforcement actually, when we met, not law enforcement, we met with the state attorneys. The state attorneys out there in Hawkins County actually sat down with me, Olivia, JLR, and NGL. I can't remember I don't know if Justin is in the chat or not. I can't remember if he was there with us or not. I really can't. But I know at least those 4 were there, and we went in there and we asked. I asked them point blank, why aren't you charging them with the crimes that you can charge them with, the endangerment, the neglect, and they promised us when the charges come, they will be all inclusive. Well, the charges haven't come. It's been 3 years. Those crimes against the children happened 3 years ago. So what gives? Like, they just don't want to prosecute. They're broke. They're broke, and they know that that's going to be a very costly trial. But it looks like crap the way they're leaving it. It's like they don't care. They've got enough to arrest them on the crimes that they've committed against their own children. Hell, their children are not in their custody. The state deems them such horrible parents. They took 3 boys away from them and are refusing to give them back. Yet there are no charges. And quite frankly, for the flip side of that is what about Don and Candus? For those that are Don and Candus, that sympathize with them or their situation, they're not getting due process. So in all fairness, this whole thing, if you're going to take kids, you need to be bringing a criminal action. You know what? That helps both sides of this. Because it prevents the state just from being able to come in and just, make up stuff and take your kids away from you, right? Which is what we hear from a lot of parents, whether it's true or not. I don't know. I am not looking into that. But we do hear that come up quite a bit. So you apply that to that situation, like, okay, well, they're trying to take the kids. If we applied, well, if you have enough to be able to take children out of the home of their mom and dad, you should have enough to charge them with a crime where they have due process. And a criminal court will say whether they did some wrongdoing or not. If they did, then don't give the kids back. But if they didn't, then the state is required to give those children back. Because right now, I feel like Don and Candus have no due process. Did they injure those kids? Did they not injure those kids? And why do the state still have them when there's no charges brought about for either of the parents? I don't like that. It makes me feel very uncomfortable. I like to have transparency in these things, especially when you're taking children out of a home and you're not giving them back. You know, I understand them having to do an investigation, and you may want to say, okay, we don't know what's going on here. Let's remove the children for just a little bit to get a handle on it. Okay, we're not charging anybody. Now it's time to bring the kids back, you know? But here we've got where the kids are removed and there's no charges. I don't like that. It doesn't make me feel comfortable. And if they can do that to this family, what other families are they doing that to? We also don't know if CB gave the right piece of clothes. If that's true. We don't know. It could have been a separate set of clothes, but I have to think that she probably did. She probably wasn't even thinking about it. She probably just walked in there and picked anything up that she thought was Summers. TBI should update about the training of the dogs. I agree. Yeah, there's a lot of variables. Like I think I was just ignorant, thinking that dogs just kind of know, but when you really dig in about it, we even watched some videos on it. They talk about how important that training is, how crucial that training is, and not just the training that they get at the beginning, but making sure that the handler is continuing that training consistently with the dog. Because apparently, lacking the training after the dog is with her handler can have significant and detrimental effects out in these things. And then you throw the environmental stuff in on top of it, the wind, the rain, and any of that stuff. So it was just, I just didn't know. I was completely clueless about anything with the dog. So I thought it was, it informed me. When Candus peeled out of the driveway, she probably had Summer in the car and she went to the gas station, but no cameras on the side. Interesting. I don't know. I just think it was really odd. And I've always said that from the beginning. Why did she take off like a bat out of hell off the property, the last place that Summer was? And she's like, as soon as I realized Summer was gone, I got, I couldn't remember how it went, but it seems like it almost implied she didn't even search the property before she got in the car and took off down the road. It was just weird how it came out. And I don't get it. I really don't. But for those people that would like to see some of the footage, here's some of the footage on Deer Hallow good Lord, Light Hallow Drive. I'm never going to say it. Let me get this up and we'll look at some footage. It's actually pretty interesting footage over. Why does it keep doing that? I want to add present. Oh, there, because I'm hitting the wrong one. Okay, here we go. I think this. Here's Light Hallow. It's pretty big. But we were brought to this area because we were doing the drive around and just wanting to check out a few spots. And ICU put in our chat to go check out Light Hallow that Candus was heard have traveled in this area the day that Summer disappeared. And so when we get here, we did see several abandoned houses. And this house that you're looking at right here that it's coming down on, actually, this is the house that I was able to walk up under the floorboards. It was tall enough for me to get up under there. And let me see if I can find that footage. I think it was part of my intro video coming in. I think it's this one. Maybe not. Maybe it's this one. I think it's, you got a duck, but I'm in there right now. You got a duck, but you can fit right up in there. And there's places like that all down there. So it was just, I don't know. It was a little creepy, it was just, it was ominous. I'm not going to lie. It made us get out of the vehicle and thoroughly search. I can tell you that. Betty, do you remember when Rose's children was at Candus and her friend was there, and Rose Child says, yeah, that was actually, it wasn't. So how that was, Samantha, is we heard a story, and this is from the late Allie, Hunter's mom. when we first got to Kingsport, I think it was the very first trip, we ended up going over there and talking to her, and she gave the story that, and how it went is Candus was really drunk one night and told them of the story of the visit with the grandchildren, or the Rose's children, and Rose's children saying something to that effect. Maybe I have to go back and listen to that, but we have that on tape. But Allie's the one that informed us of it and told us the story. I didn't hear it from anybody else, but I know it's a true story because other people have corroborated it. But I just haven't heard who was the corroborating person. But that's what I heard. Rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Did you guys hear Darius Rucker went to the Slammer? He went to jail. Yeah, he got the clink clink. He's there with Benny Keys. Stop. Darius Rucker, about drugs. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people, guys? It's not the answer. It's not the answer. You know what? This day and age, abstinence is the best policy. You don't know what you're getting anymore. Just don't even risk it. It ain't worth it, man. It ain't worth it. My daddy used to say someone could die in those hollers. Yeah. Yeah. Never be found. Well, I asked, that's what I was asking. Like I don't remember what trip it was, but it was one of the 2 searches we did for Leila Santinello. And of course I'm asking around, where, because we have information. So long story short, we're asking, where somebody would go to discard or whatever. And the local said Beach Creek area. And my mouth fell open. I said, we're covering a case there. And they're like, we know, Summer Wells. I'm like, great. Right? Great. Pebbles, good morning, love. Nice to see you. Yeah, they had a handful, LOL. Great babies. Mine isn't full. What is it? Texan healer? I'm thinking you're talking about the person. Gotcha. You have to be careful up there. A lot of them people are moonshiners. Yeah, but they know us, they know we're poking around. We've, believe it or not, even the ones that get a little frustrated with us, they want somebody accountable for, be held accountable for Summer. They don't really even bother us. They only cared, when we were making some noise and stuff. We're past that point in this process with this particular case. We're still just trying to advocate and keep her name out there. I found out all the information I'm going to find out about this case, and I've made my determination. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I do not believe that child was abducted from that property. There was only a handful of adults around her at the time she disappeared. Something could have happened to her at the water hole, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, she disappeared from that property right there. And there was 3 adults only on that property when she disappeared. And that's it. Period. So at the end of the day, I believe 3 people know 100% where Summer Wells is. And nobody's going to get me off that. And the reason why nobody can sway my mind is because I went out there. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, not 5 times, not 6 times. I've went out there covering this case over 10 times. Over 3 years, or almost 3 years, rather. We have been out there a lot. We have interviewed a mess of people. We have talked to everybody under the sun. At the end of the day, there was nobody that was around that child other than her family and Hunter. That's it. So it's not that hard to figure this out. Motive or means and opportunity are the ones that we need to be focusing on. Means. What did they do? How did they do it? Where did she go? That's where my mind is. Could be hit her when looking after waking up. We did hear that, there was a rumor that was going around that Hunter was backing up the truck and hit her. That was, but I couldn't find anything to corroborate that. And I had to think that even if, and it came back, and it's the same statement I made when somebody brought that up about Michael Monkey Vaughn. The dogs, even though whether or not there would have been blood or anything there, the pavement hit would have been enough to leave enough cells that a dog could hit. So that's what removed the idea that I thought Sarah may have accidentally hit Michael, because the dogs would have went right to where he fell, whether or not he left blood. And I believe that in Summer as well. So I don't know. I just, I think it would be more probable that something nefarious happened, or she tried, they weren't paying attention to her and she went underwater, and they got the water out of her, but they didn't realize the damage was done. I know drowning. When I was 18 years old, one of my girlfriends had a son. Her son was staying with their grandparents. The child got out of a locked sliding glass door and got into the pool and drowned. And just when we thought he was going to he made a turn for the best. I mean, it looked like he was going to pull through, and then boom, just like that, it was over. And it was one of the most difficult things that I think I had ever been through. I was very young. I held that baby in my hands. I was there. And to know he was gone was just, it was heartbreaking. And to see my friend go through all of that, and there was nothing she could do. And just seeing her so hopeful the day before, and her really just, just feeling like it was a miracle that her son was going to pull through, just to have 24 hours. It's baffling. I don't understand it, but it's the oxygen part of the brain. It functions. Your brain is everything. And when it's short circuit and portions of it die out because the lack of oxygen, and your brain starts dying really quickly, it does something. And I don't know, that I almost have PTSD when it comes to that. And when I heard Hunter's story, and, him describing her going underwater, and then we hear Candus's story, and we have to understand that there's probably a little bit of truth here and a little bit of truth here, right? There's a little bit of truth in both of their stories. So which portion of it is true and which portion of it is made up? And we're trying to piece this together, but it sounds like nobody was watching Summer, if you ask me. And it sounds like the story that Candus is saying is unrealistic. Her mother has a hurt knee. She ain't walking down this slick embankment to go to the freaking shore. Because how the hell is she getting back up that slick embankment? She might go down just fine, but how's she getting back up? I don't believe she went down there. I don't believe Candus went down there to the water. I don't believe that at all. She had just gotten out of the hospital because of knee problems. I don't believe it. And Candus describes Hunter running off to the woods. Hunter describes Candus and Grandis being up at the truck and looking over and realizing she couldn't see Summer. That's out of his own mouth. And then you got Candus going back with Chris McDonough and saying everything's in slow motion. She didn't say that at the house. She said that there at the water hole. And he was, I don't think she was, he was basically interrogating her, asking her a bunch of questions very calmly, and she was just opening up. So I really think she was being more truthful there, because she was lying about a bunch, because she does not want to tell anybody she was not watching her daughter. I still say that she's gone on the 14th. Did you ever think about that? Yes, no, there's no way she was gone on the 14th. She was seen by witnesses, multiple witnesses on the 15th, including the horse stables. They saw her. I thought that too. It actually, what made me come off that is early when I was out there. I think it was trip 1 or trip 2. We talked to the horse stables. And they corroborated. I said, so you did see her? And they said, oh, yeah, we saw her. They saw her in the water. So she was there. And that was the 15th. So we did get that corroborated by eyewitnesses, multiple eyewitnesses. So the 14th, but there was a lot of weird behavior with Don Wells on the 14th, and we can't not look at that, because Don Wells was having very, very odd behavior. Dudley describes him in a tub, slouched over in a distraught manner. And it's because he knew Department of Children and Family Services were coming that evening. He ended up firing Dudley that day. And then he went and met with the Department of Children and Family Services. Don Wells corroborated that they did come out, and they did come out around 6:30. They said that they were going to close the case. And as they were leaving, the supervisor, a female, ended up seeing Summer. So she walked around and had a conversation with Summer, and then they left. The next day, around the same time, is when Summer disappeared. Yeah, I know. He hid that from us. We searched, we asked for public records out the wazoo, and he hid that from everybody. Nothing showed up. Nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they're not going to be able to charge him until she's designated as deceased. There will be no charges. Absolutely none. So, I think that's about, oh, look at that. Elba, thank you so much. I live in Tennessee. I've been watching videos trying to catch up. Why would my chats be deleted? Asking why I'm unable to send super chats. I want to help. They delete everything I post in chat. Suspicious to you. I was supportive. Well, I haven't seen any. This is the first time I've actually seen your name, to be honest with you. So I don't know why they would be. I'll look at the activity log and find out how many of your stuff has been deleted, but I don't know what you're writing. I haven't seen any of your comments, so I do apologize about that, but you're able to send a super chat because that's this. So I'm sorry, but thank you. Thank you for your love and support. God bless you. Hopefully, if you got questions, I'm happy to answer them. I was just in Tennessee, and like I said, this footage that I've got here was just captured on the 1st of February. So, again, sorry about that. I don't understand. I didn't see anything come in, so I just don't know. But I do know if you just signed up, it takes a few minutes before you can comment. Maybe it's not that they're deleted. It just might have been that you had just recently. So I don't know how long you subscribed for, but we put a time thing. I think it's like 10 minutes. So if you just recently subscribed, that could be it as well. Potentially. I don't know. No, I've never thought the church was involved. Ever. I never thought Miss Robin was involved. Everybody kept, they went down that whole drumbeat of, Miss Robin took her because she wanted to. I mean, it got really, conspiracy theory for me. But no, I've never thought the church was involved. I went to that church. The people seemed very lovely. They seemed very supportive. I think they were just trying to be, good people to help a family that was struggling, and do it from a place of love and a non-judgmental way. I think that the church was there. And they had a purpose. I mean, Don and Candus were being, beat up quite a bit because nobody believes them. I don't believe them still to this day, but I think they were there to support them. And that's what in my opinion, what the church is for. It's for these very things. So I think they were just doing what they were doing. I think people frown upon the religion. I think it was a stereotyping. I think people, the Seventh-day Adventist, I think it's a religion that doesn't resonate with, a lot of people. I mean, it does resonate with a lot of people, but, with some people, it just doesn't, right? So I think that they unfairly persecuted the church. That's just my opinion. Again, yeah. And that's it, Ella Bug. I think maybe it might have been you probably couldn't comment because you had just subscribed, because we don't. Yeah, they don't, unless they're really mean or rude. But if you'd like to repost them, go ahead and repost them. We can definitely see you now. Good morning, Wild Cherry. I live on the lake. I never let my girls go in the lake without a life jacket. Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, back in my day, this sounds like child abuse. This day and age, but things are different. Life, we change, and people are like, oh my God, right? When we were kids, you sunk or swim. like parents just, if you wanted to learn to swim, you got thrown in the water and they're just, kick your feet, paddle. There was much PTSD back in my generation of kids scared that they were going to drown. Because parents just threw you in the water. It's like, sink or swim, babe. Kick those feet. Cup the hands. Oh, no, it wasn't you. I'm just trying to find the truth. I'd love to help. Thank you, Elbug. Yeah, stick on this because we're going to be back out there. We've been covering this case for a really long time. You should go back. I'm going to go back. Back in the day when I was throwing all this stuff up, we didn't have a lot. I didn't even know about the playlist. So I'll try to go back and get everything for Summer Wells in our Summer Wells playbook for everybody to watch and take a look at. And we'll see how that works. Hopefully that'll catch everybody up. Because, we did a lot of interviews. And back then, it was a crew of us. And we were aggressive for answers. We wanted to know what happened to Summer Wells. We didn't have a lot of time. So we just cut the monkey business right out and just got, right to work. And was very direct and we knew exactly who we wanted to speak to and what questions we wanted to ask them. And we got out there and were able to do that. Too Tall Rob, 65 years ago today, America learned to cry the day the music died. Aw. Yes, old Rusty reminding us, don't forget to hit the like button. Again, we're one of the few creators that actually go out to these places and get you guys content. When I can, I try to go live so we can go both places. This area is a little bit harder to work because there's not good internet in these backwoods. And so it makes it hard to bring you guys along for the searches and stuff like we normally do. But if that's something that you're interested in, we cover true crime here. I'm Bullhorn Betty. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Guys, we're going to go out with all the new videos, but that's really it for me. I worked my little rear end off, and I drove all day yesterday. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night. I'm absolutely, utterly exhausted. I still have to unpack, and I still have a whole day worth of research to do and phone calls to make. So I just want to tell you all, thank you for the love and support. If you guys would like to help sponsor this trip or other trips, we got other trips coming up. This is going to be a very busy year for us. You can do that by becoming a member on a monthly membership. You can donate anything to the Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. You can do super chat, super stickers, and super thanks. And if you just you want to help and you just don't have the means to, the best way you can help this channel, and it's the most powerful way, and every single one of you guys can do it for free, and that's just liking, sharing, and subscribing. So God bless, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. I hope you enjoyed the work. We're still searching for Summer. I want everybody to know she's never left our heart or our mind. It's just that we know what happened. We just don't know how. God bless. Don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And until next time, please be safe and kind to one another, especially in the comment box below. We say no, no, no to online hate. Inspire before you expire. God bless each and every one of you. I forgot. I'm going to go out with the videos so everybody can see the videos. We go out with our outro.
Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty. So we are on the search for Summer Wells. So the reason why we're here, guys, is because I believe a local person saw the mother of Summer Wells in this area right after Summer went missing.
What did you see?
So I just look in this barrel and I see a kid stuffed animal. We did hear some rumors that Candus was seen off a Light Hollow Road here in the Beach Creek area. So we decided to come out here and just look at what possibilities there are. I'm gonna try if it doesn't break. I'm spotting you right now. Okay. just wanted to see what was up here. I wonder how old this is. Say hi! So we're just gonna go walking. It's been a really
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.